This presentation is on cattle handling and how to improve your cattle's overall handling experience. I think using animals for food is an ethical thing to do, but we've got to do it right. We've got to give those animals a decent life, and we've got to give them a painless death. We owe them the respect. Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin is a widely known supporter of the rights of autistic people and of animal welfare. She has lectured widely about her first-hand experiences of the anxiety of feeling threatened by everything in her surroundings, which motivated her to work in humane livestock handling processes. She studies the behavior of cattle and how they react to ranchers, movement, objects, and light. Livestock have wide-angle vision. They have a visual field in excess of 300 degrees. Moving objects and people seen through the sides of a chute can cause balking or frighten livestock. Cattle's ability to perceive depth at ground level while moving with their heads up is very poor. Cattle have a tendency to move from a dimly illuminated area to a more brightly illuminated area, providing the light is not glaring in their eyes. Cattle are more sensitive than people to high-frequency noises. The auditory sensitivity of a cattle is greatest at 8,000 Hz. The human ear is most sensitive at 1,000 to 3,000 Hz. Unexpected, loud, or novel noises can be highly stressful to livestock. Fear is a very strong stressor, and the variable results of handling and transportation studies are likely to be due to different levels of psychological stress. Psychological stress is fear stress. Cattle that are trained to use a squeeze chute may be calm, whereas animals who have not been trained may be very nervous in the same squeeze chute. The squeeze chute is seen as a neutral and non-threatening to one animal, but to another animal, the novelty of it may trigger intense fear. Novelty is a strong stressor when an animal is suddenly confronted with it. Move small groups of animals. Build a pen only half full. Understand the basic concepts of flight zone and point of balance. Use non-slip flooring, and keep animals calm. Quiet handling of cattle is impossible if they slip or fall during handling. Animals tend to panic if they slip even just a little bit. This diagram shows both the right and wrong layout for a curved race system. If the single file race is bent too sharply, the cattle may refuse to enter because it looks like a dead end. Cattle standing in the round crowd pen must be able to see a minimum of 3 body lengths up the single file chute before the curve begins. As the animals go around the curve, they think they are going back to where they came from. This takes advantage of the natural circling behavior of cattle. A curved chute works more efficiently than a straight one because it prevents cattle from seeing people and other activities at the end of the chute. Walking quickly past the point of balance at the animal's shoulder in the opposite direction as desired movement is an easy way to induce an animal to move forward. The principle is to walk inside the flight zone in the opposite direction of desired movement. The cattle have to be able to see you to make this movement pattern work. Places where animal welfare is poor often have a manager who does not care. A good manager enforces standards to maintain good welfare. As stated previously, we've got to give those animals a decent life, and we've got to give them a painless death. We owe them the respect. Temple Grandin.